think hope is an interesting thing because it doesn't come with a guarantee. I think we think it does sometimes, but it doesn't. I mean, we know from experience that we don't always get what we want. We don't always win. Things don't always turn out the way that we think that they're supposed to. We lose. We fail. We are utterly disappointed by things that are both in and out of our control. Sometimes we wait for years and still the thing we hope for does not come to fruition. We don't always get what we want. And as a side note, saying that we do, or that that's what hope is about, is bad theology. You can see Abraham or Moses for examples of that. Hope, though, is not fueled by this guarantee that our circumstances change, or that we get exactly what we want, or that things go back to how they used to be, or everything ends up being completely fine. I wish that it was. These past 18 months of COVID have changed my understanding of hope. Almost a year in to COVID, I remember I was having a conversation with a friend who had this realization that COVID wasn't just a phase. It wasn't just like a pause. At some point, the pandemic changed our trajectories. And now, after almost 2 years, I accept that it has irrevocably changed us. The decisions I would have made 18 months ago are not the decisions I would make now because I am different. You know, we've made it this far, but we're not the same. And that's okay. It is not a betrayal of hope to accept the present as reality or to settle yourself in a season, even if it's a tough season and a season you don't want to be in. It is not hopelessness to take our gaze off the horizon just long enough to plant a garden from which we can eat. Our hope is not that everything will be okay or that the season we're in will even end. That's not it. Our hope is that God works even in the meantime. That even as the waiting seasons change us, God is still good, God is still present, and that God is working in all of it. As much as we want to think that in the meantime is just a pause, it's not. We are still becoming. And it's there that hope kicks in. God still works in the meantime.